A new video has gone viral showing a girl who looks strikingly similar to Celeste appearing at one of David's concerts. David's reaction was pure panic, and that moment had fans questioning whether his hands are as clean as he claims. At the same time, 50 Cent seemed to be circling closer, turning up the pressure and making it feel like the game might be over for him. Things were getting messy fast. Let's break it down with the viral concert footage. The tragic case of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez had already been making headlines long before this video surfaced. Her decomposed body was discovered on September 8th, 2025 in the front trunk bed, known as the frunk of a Tesla Model X registered to rising singer David. The discovery shook the entire city. Celeste, a Los Angeles teen with a history of running away from home, had been reported missing since April 2024. The last confirmed sighting of her alive came from security footage at a liquor store in March 2024. Her mother had even told reporters that Celeste was seeing someone named David, though the family had never met him. That detail alone made people suspicious from the very beginning. The Tesla itself only added to the mystery. It had been abandoned for weeks in the Hollywood Hills near Doheny Drive before being towed to Hollywood Tow on Bluebird Avenue around September 3rd. Tow workers noticed a foul odor seeping from the vehicle and alerted LAPD. When officers opened the frunk, they made the grim discovery: Celeste's remains. The autopsy report released later that month confirmed she had been dead for several weeks before being found, though the exact cause was delayed pending toxicology. That timeline suggested she likely died in late July or early August 2025 before David even launched his tour. But then came the twist. On September 23rd, 2025, a comment appeared. Under a true crime post about Celeste's case, the user shared grainy photos and a short video clip from David's August 24th concert at the Fillmore. In Silver Spring, Maryland, the images appeared to show a teenage girl in a black tube top and dark wash jeans on a VIP balcony standing next to a young man people claimed was David's brother, Caleb Burke.
New video footage of the girl believed to be Celeste at David's concert in late August has surfaced, which would be the last date she was seen alive, but the internet is divided on the latest update about this footage. A girl who looks a lot like Celeste was spotted at David's concert on either the 23rd or the 24th of August in Silver Spring, Maryland. She was up on the balcony on the side of the stage watching on, and it's hard to deny that she resembles Celeste. She looks a lot like her.
Within hours, bro, this clip went dummy viral. I'm talking major accounts racking up millions of views after posting this video.
Images unfortunately aren't super clear, but her hair resembles the hair we know Celeste had from her photos. And she was also wearing a black tube top at this concert, which is what we know she was wearing when she was found dead in David's trunk based on police reports. In another video, we see David pointing at the girl on the balcony while he makes a half heart. The guy she's standing next to is also David's brother, which raises even more questions, and particularly how much did he know about Celeste and David's relationship?
The implications were staggering. If the girl in that footage really was Celeste at the concert on August 24th, 2025, it would mean she was alive and well just 15 days before her body was discovered. That possibility instantly reshaped how people viewed the case. The video spread quickly across every platform online. Sleuths zoomed in on each frame, pointing out the girl's distinctive chin cleft tone of Celeste's known features and suggesting that David's glance toward the balcony showed recognition. Reddit users dissected the footage frame by frame, posting side by side comparisons between the concert images and Celeste's last confirmed photo from March 2024 at a liquor store where she was wearing Hello Kitty sandals. Even mainstream outlets picked it up. On September 24th, Fox 11 Los Angeles aired a segment featuring a concerned parent who said, "That girl on the balcony, that's Celeste David's interacting with her group. His brother Caleb is right there. That's chilling." By September 25th, the story had gone international, with The Independent in the UK also reporting on it. What made the footage both so captivating and so disturbing was the timing. If Celeste really appeared at that concert, the official timeline of her death no longer added up.
Now, the timing here is very important because the concert was about 12 days before David's abandoned Tesla was towed from the Hollywood Hills area near his house. Authorities have said that her body was very badly decomposed, which has led a lot of us to believe she would have had to be dead for at least some length of time before they found her. If that was her in the video, this raises the question of whether or not 12 days was enough time for her body to decompose to the state that it was.
This became the burning question that had everybody in the comments section going back and forth. Could a body really decompose to that level within just 12 days?
Now, I'm no expert on this stuff, but I will say I was in LA during September during this time, and it was extremely, extremely hot. So the fact that she was in a trunk, closed up, wrapped in plastic in that heat could potentially speed up the decomposition process, in my mind, but also according to ChatGPT.
This is where we gotta pump the brakes and really think about what was at stake. Because if that concert footage was real, if that really was Celeste Rivas up there, the entire timeline of the case would flip on its head. It would mean she was alive weeks after people thought she'd vanished. It would put her in David's orbit at his own show, possibly hanging with his brother, Caleb. That narrows down her death to a terrifyingly small window and raises even darker questions about what really happened in those final days. What started as people just trying to ID a mystery girl quickly spiraled into a full-blown internet investigation that got way out of control. Let me break down what everyone was seeing and why so many swore they had cracked the case. The timestamp puts the video at August 24, 2025, around 9:15 p.m. during David's set at the Fillmore Silver Spring, a historic 2,000-cap venue in Maryland. Tickets had gone for $45, the show was sold out, and the place was packed. The video pans to the balcony overlooking the stage. Posted at the railing is a girl who looks 1620, rocking a fitted black tube top, high-waisted dark jeans, and layered necklaces. A look eerily close to Celeste's old selfies from 2023. She's laughing, phone in hand, dark straight hair parted in the middle, and yes, that noticeable cleft chin right beside her. A lanky teen in a hoodie that fans quickly pegged as Caleb Burke, David's 19-year-old brother, plus two other girls in crop tops. But here's the moment that blew everything up. David stops mid-song during. Felix points straight at the balcony. Crew smiles and says something, you can't hear it, but lip readers swore it was, "Y'all up there wildin'." She waves back all enthusiastic and people read it as straight flirtatious eye contact. Then more fuel hit the fire. A blurry backstage pic, supposedly from Caleb's phone, leaked on Discord, time-stamped 11:47 p.m. that same night, showing the mystery girl hugging him. Another shot grabbed from the venue's Instagram story before it got deleted showed the balcony group with glow sticks. All these pieces started stacking together almost too neatly, feeding the narrative that something much darker is going on. And if the girl really was Celeste, it perfectly matched David's tour schedule. He was locked in on the Northeast run between August 2028, while his Tesla sat ticketed in LA on August 28th and September 6th.
Back to the video. Now, while the girl's features do look a lot like Celeste from what we've seen in the photos, it's really hard to know for sure. A lot of people have said she looks a lot older in these videos, and also her height and weight that was previously described doesn't seem to fully correlate with these images.
But here's the thing, in the rush to crown this girl as Celeste, some important details got completely overlooked. The medical examiner's report listed Celeste at just 5'1" and 71 pounds. That didn't exactly match the girl in the video, but none of that mattered online. The narrative had already taken hold. To the internet, this girl had to be Celeste, period. The idea that it was just some random lookalike? Way too boring, way too unlikely when the story felt so perfectly connected. And then came the twist that flipped everything upside down and exposed just how dangerous unchecked online speculation can really be. On September 25th, News Nation's Banfield show dropped an exclusive that killed the theory in its tracks. The mystery girl on the balcony wasn't Celeste at all. She was 18-year-old. Mia Lopez, a diehard David fan. But here's the thing. In the rush to crown this girl as Celeste, some important details got completely overlooked. The medical examiner's report listed Celeste at just 5'1" and 71 pounds. That didn't exactly match the girl in the video, but none of that mattered online. The narrative had already taken hold. To the internet, this girl had to be Celeste, period. The idea that it was just some random lookalike.
And now TMZ, who posted and reported on these videos, has updated their article to say that the woman in the videos is not Celeste Rivas, according to a source that is connected to the case. So that could potentially be even a police officer that has already looked into this in their investigation. The fact that they very clearly made this update and blatantly said it is not her according to their source connected to the case makes it sound like they are absolutely sure.
But perhaps most importantly, the timeline just didn't add up. Period. Forensic pathologist Dr. Judy Mellon, who News Nation consulted, estimated Celeste's death occurred between late July and early August 2025 based on insect activity and tissue breakdown in the frunk, which predates the concert by 3 to 4 weeks. Even the LAPD felt the need to indirectly address the viral video in a September 27th press conference. And yet, even with all this evidence laid out, even with Mia Lopez's identity confirmed beyond any reasonable doubt, there were still cats in the comment sections who just couldn't let go of what they believed they had seen.
But what makes this even more eerie is that if it's not her, the fact that David was hanging out with a Celeste lookalike at a time that Celeste was probably already dead. This just makes my skin crawl.
This reaction, while understandable given how emotionally heavy that coincidence felt, shows how even after the debunking, the psychological impact of the viral clip kept clouding people's perception of the case and the real investigation. So if the concert footage was definitively put to rest, the question remains, what actually happened to Celeste Rivas Hernandez? As of September 30th, 2025, here's where things stand. The case is still under active investigation by the LAPD's Hollywood Division Homicide Unit. Right now, it's officially classified as a death investigation, not a homicide, but authorities have made one thing clear. Whoever concealed her body committed a crime, no matter how she actually died. So far, no arrests have been made and no persons of interest have been publicly named, including David, who has kept silent and canceled his U.S. tour dates under the weight of all the scrutiny. On September 29th, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Office released Celeste's official death certificate. It confirmed two key things. Celeste was not pregnant and hadn't been pregnant in the past year, shutting down yet another viral rumor that had been circulating online. But the biggest question is still unanswered. The cause and manner of death remain pending. The autopsy has been completed but final. Conclusions are on hold until toxicology reports and additional lab results come back.
New details have come to light surrounding the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. 3 weeks after the body of the 15-year-old was discovered in the front trunk of a Tesla registered to singer David, her death certificate has been released, stating that the teen was not pregnant, nor had she been pregnant in the last year, per the document obtained by TMZ. The report also said an autopsy was performed on Celeste's body prior to it being released to her family on September 23rd, and that the medical examiner is awaiting toxicology results.
On September 29th, LAPD Captain Scott M. Williams, commanding officer of the Hollywood Division, gave a rare update to People magazine, and it dropped information that completely shut down the concert theory. According to Williams, authorities know for certain that Celeste Rivas Hernandez died and that her body was placed in the front trunk of David Burke's Tesla. The Tesla had been parked at the same location for weeks before being towed. That means Celeste had also been dead for several weeks before her discovery. Williams emphasized that until the cause of death is determined, police can't say whether anyone bears direct criminal responsibility beyond the crime of concealing her body, but he also made it clear detectives are still investigating the possibility of foul play. This timeline is absolutely crucial. The Tesla received parking tickets on August 28th and September 3rd before being impounded on September 6th. While the initial tow report didn't mention a smell, it was that foul odor days later on September 8th that triggered the search, which revealed Celeste's body. So what is the investigation actually focusing on now? LAPD homicide detectives have been building their case through several key steps. On September 17th and 18th, they executed a search warrant at David's West Hollywood rental near where the Tesla had been parked. They seized a laptop, multiple evidence bags, and what may have been phones and hard drives. David himself wasn't present and no arrests were made. A separate search of the parking location where the car sat before being towed also turned up items of interest. And most importantly, investigators now see the Tesla itself as the single most critical piece of evidence in the entire case. And here's where things take a turn. The technology inside that Tesla might end up being what cracks this case wide open.
From what I know, wasn't them Tesla vehicles gave the clearest 4K pictures ever of the shooters of Julio? If that's the case, this goddamn Tesla should be the key. If David did this, he's the dumbest thing ever. Why the hell would you go in Elon's on-road spaceship that records everything and go do a crime and then leave the body in the trunk? They probably got you chopping her up and probably got all types of... This should be pretty easy for the cops to solve.
The forensic processing of David's Tesla Model X has been extensive. Investigators swabbed the frunk for DNA, with early leaks suggesting the evidence bags yielded partial prints. Tire treads were analyzed for possible travel history, and Tesla app data was pulled. But there's one glaring limitation. The Sentry Mode cameras were off, meaning no video evidence from inside or around the vehicle. Still, the car itself told a story. Data from the OBD2 port showed the last recorded drive was on July 28th, leaving from David's residence. Tesla logs subpoenaed by LAPD confirm the frunk was opened that same day, potentially the moment Celeste's body was placed inside. Meanwhile, detectives have leaned heavily on digital evidence, subpoenas, to Discord X and TikTok for Celeste's accounts revealed posts about toxic love plus geotags tied to David's address. David's phone records have been requested, and alleged 2023 DMs are raising questions about grooming. A witness canvas brought in more than 20 statements from neighbors, some claiming they saw a teen girl, possibly Celeste, at parties before David's tour. Other leads complicate the timeline further. TMZ footage from August 2024 shows Celeste in a heated argument with an unidentified man, suggesting her missing since April narrative wasn't so straightforward. Investigators are also looking into reports of fake IDs Celeste allegedly used to pass as 19 in clubs, which may have connected her to David's crew. Her family turned over photos of bruises, but without timestamps, detectives are still reviewing them. But here's the real elephant in the room: the damage caused by the viral concert footage, misidentification. Even though the allegation was debunked within 48 hours, the fallout was massive. The clip amplified suspicions about David in ways the evidence hasn't confirmed. Mia Lopez, the fan wrongly identified as Celeste, was doxxed and harassed before proving her identity. And while investigators continue to pursue real leads, that viral frenzy added noise to the case, potentially making it harder for the public to separate facts from internet fiction. This case underscores a troubling pattern we've seen before in high-profile deaths. From More Davis to Gabby Petito, where online vigilantism takes over, distracting from real investigative work. That's why Celeste's family has made a direct plea: focus on providing credible tips to LAPD's Hollywood division at 213-485-250, and not on fueling rumors, because at the end of the day, what matters most is justice for Celeste, not viral theories blending celebrity culture, tragedy, and digital mob mentality. This case is a stark reminder of how quickly unverified claims can distort the pursuit of truth and how much real harm they can cause to people who don't deserve it. When a story feels like it fits perfectly into the narrative we've already built in our minds, that's the moment we need to stop and ask: are we looking at actual evidence or just what confirms what we already believe? As of now, Celeste's case remains open DNA testing from the plastic bags, and Tesla is still being processed with toxicology results expected in mid-October, alongside a full dump of digital evidence. If homicide is confirmed, warrants are likely to follow. Meanwhile, David stays silent, and Celeste's family is pushing for federal involvement if the LAPD stalls. What we know for certain is this: 15-year-old girl is dead. Her body was hidden inside a Tesla under circumstances that are suspicious, tragic, and deeply disturbing. Somebody knows what happened. Somebody put her there. And justice for Celeste Rivas Hernandez won't come from viral speculation or, internet detectives chasing grainy footage. It will come from methodical professional police work that follows the evidence wherever it leads, no matter how long it takes. The concert footage saga proves a painful lesson. In our rush to crack the case, we risk causing enormous damage not only to innocent people like Mia Lopez, who became collateral in the frenzy, but also to the investigation itself, forcing detectives to waste resources debunking viral theories instead of pursuing real leads. Celeste deserves better. Her family deserves answers. And the only thing that matters now is truth, not clicks, not rumors, not speculation. Thanks for watching. If you want to dive deeper into stories like this, click on one of the videos appearing on your screen now.